Okay, guys, welcome back to How I Found Zam. I know a lot of you might be interested in this or not, but here we go. I gotta fit a couple of these things in because now I've evolved as a player, and I'm now gonna transfer into the member stage. And what I did, I wanted to apply for UU, and I said I was gonna do this when I had a point 0.5 KD in my stats. Now, you're saying what? You're calling yourself a good player when you still have a point 0.5 KD? Yeah, because that's how much my stats suck from the whole time I would try to run around a knife. Even though I did relatively good knifing, it didn't help my stats at all. But, anywho, I applied for UU member. I copied and pasted it from my iPod so it didn't look like complete shit. I put like a month and a half of thought into making my application. I was so nervous, and I read everyone else's applications, who was accepted, who was denied. I read all the comments on it because I was obsessing over this. And I was like, man, I really need to make it. I need to, you know, what does UU really mean? That's one thing Classics always said. And I was like, fuck, I need a good answer for that. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll put my UU member app on the screen right now. Maybe I'll link it in below. I don't know. But I remember I made a UU app, and I don't think anybody denied it. I think I got positive feedback. Classics was like, I like you in the, or that was my mod app. But he said, I think it's a yes for me. Wait for what Greg says, and Greg said accepted, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. Blah 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 blah. And so I got accepted in the UU, and that was cool. That was big for me. That's what I really wanted. I didn't want moderator. If you go back and ask me at that time, I didn't want moderator at all. I just wanted people to stop breaking the rules, but I didn't want the duty, the responsibility of being moderator at the time. And now, all of a sudden, yeah, see, I got the mod question mark here. So that's about that. But then all of a sudden, I had the awesome UU member tag, which is smexy as fuck, and then Drummer became a UU member, and me, him were the only UU members with the Smexy Hackathon. But that was cool being a UU member. I was getting more respect on the website or whatever, or in the servers. And then all of a sudden, one day we get a knife server that we were talking about on the website or whatever. And with this knife server, then came all of a sudden I joined it. Or I don't even think I joined it. I think Drummer joined it before me. And he said, dude, we're admins on the knife server. And I was like, what? Yeah, so me and him go on. I guess it was Grig's idea. I don't know what. But I'm a 40 admin. And he's a 40 admin too. But I was like, oh, because I didn't ask for this at all. I just, I guess the story is that they really wanted me to be a moderator, and they were rigging for me to apply for mod, but I didn't want to be a mod. But I guess they went and made me mod on the knife server. So that's when, and I learned how to like ban people and whatnot. Look them up. You learn some commands there, and I set it up so where on my Steam profile, you're like, Indy, thought your keyboard was broke. Yeah, it was fucking difficult. I had a system where I had to go into my Steam profile where I had a couple specific words and letters that I could use with an exclamation point. I couldn't even type it. So I had to copy. I had like iLookup in my Steam profile description, and I would have to go in there and copy it so I could paste it in game so I could use that. And then there was also a space behind it, so that would be my space. So anytime I needed to do a space in between, like I look up Griggs space to ban them for 2 days, TV space, I had to paste that and delete the whole lookup thing only to use that space. So I had a whole system on how to use commands, even with my fucked up keyboard. And I learned my commands there on the knife server, blah blah blah, and I really liked it. And I really improved as a knifer on the knife server. I stayed up till, I think it was like over a Christmas break this was, but I stayed up till 4, 5 a.m. all week, and I mean, I just, after midnight, all these Russians got on, and all I would do was knife with the Russians, and I learned to lunge and lunge better, and I would just complain about them lunging too also, but I learned the way of the Russian lunge in that winter of whatever year time this is, so that was and then I was an admin on the knife server. So then I have this written down as the day, and what I mean by the day is it was a day in ZAM where both servers numbers were going back and forth. There'd be 16 people on the EU and only 8 on the US server, and then they'd flip-flop, and there'd be 14 on the US server but only 10 on EU. Usually EU, here's my thing, EU server can maintain players for more than 5 games. The US server will always drop off after like 5 or so games. If it's a full server, it will always drop off and go back about mid-range numbers. But I was so pissed off because I keep flip-flopping servers because they kept flip-flopping 3 or 4. I was yelling at people. I was like, can you guys stay in one fucking server so we can get one filled up at least so we can play and whatnot? But all I remember is being in a bunch of half-full servers. And when you're in a bunch of half-full servers, that means there's only 2 zombies. If there's under 14 players, there's only 2 zombies picked. And I remember not 3 or 4, but 5 or 6 or 7 times this day, both the zombies or one of the 2 zombies, or even just if there was just one zombie, fucking rage quit and left the game. And it happened so much I had to suicide at least 3 or 4 times that day, so I could just be a zombie and end the game and continue to the next map, because either that zombie was going too fucking slow or there were no zombies. And I mean, I was fucking pissed. I was just really mad. I mean, I wasn't in MOG, I wasn't an admin on ZAM, we're talking about again. Then I said, fuck it, I'm applying for Moderator, I can't deal with this shit. I'm gonna start fucking banging people. Or really, I just wanted to be a Moderator so they wouldn't rage quit while I was in the game. That's really what I think I cared about. So I made a rage-filled, hate-filled Moderator application that I was just so pissed off that I had all its spelling and punctuation mistakes with my goddamn fucking shitty keyboard. And, you know, I didn't ask anybody to accept it. I didn't ask anybody to look at it. But I mean, there are people, or I'm not gonna say people, were pouring in for my mod application, but a lot of people responded positively. People that normally don't check the site came on and they showed me support, and I show them much love for that. And then Classics was like, yeah, Indy, if you can type commands, that's fine, but are you sure you can type commands with your keyboard? And I was like, fuck yes, I can. I told them my whole strategy with the copy in my Steam description, and eventually I got accepted for fucking Moderator. And so, like, the next week, Classics, I was already talking to him. I don't remember when or how or what, but we were already talking. We didn't have, like, a team speak, but I think we might have had one team speak at this time, because team speak was up before it is up like it is now, but I think we were just talking on Steam maybe. But he said, yeah, we're going to go ahead, we're going to make you a trial Moderator for a little bit. So, I mean, I still couldn't ban people, but, I mean, I was like, if I saw somebody AFK, I was like, trial Moderator says, your ass is going to get banned next week when I can fucking ban you. Like, so even though I didn't have power to ban or whatnot, I was still running around the server, making sure people fucking follow the rules, and, as you could say, imposing my will on them, to fucking play by the rules and play fairly, because I was threatening them that I was gonna get them. And, after a week of that, all of a sudden, it was one day, it was on Array, Classic came on, he says, how is Indy doing as a trial Moderator, guys? And everyone was like, no! He sucks! But, you know, they were like kidding. So, all of a sudden, I was like camping or something, so I didn't realize it. But all of a sudden, the next game, I was all of a sudden a 40 admin. And I was like, oh, okay, whoa, holy shit. I don't know when that happened, but it was that game on Array, I guess. I wasn't paying attention. I can't see specific. So, after about a month or month and a half or whatever, a 40 admin, it wasn't even that. First, it was like, then like the next week, I mean, I was still playing ZAM, and I was banging people for 3 hours, and all of a sudden, Classics asked me, he's like, how long can you bang, Indy? And I said, only 3 hours, and, which, in essence, it was fine. I mean, 3 hour bans, they work, but they would just can't go play other server anyways. But I still some people that not just for rage quit, but people who I felt had a bigger, who were a bigger problem in the mod, that maybe were blocking people, blocking as a zombie or whatever. Them I couldn't ban for more than 3 hours. That's what I was upset about. I mean, not so much the rage quitters. Like right now in the mod, I would say that rule breakers are the lowest, or at least the least violent that they ever were. If you played Zam, I will say a year ago from now, there were there weren't only faggots, but there were like those faggots that, who were really bad, like who would like, I'm looking at, I'm looking at my former clan tags here and all my aliases on Echelon, and I have MFUD, I am Indy 33. Backstory behind that, because that's basically why I thought about this, but MFUD was a clan of a bunch of fucking faggots, and Pro Ninja Beck was one of them, and the other one was Nam Nam, and they had like two other fucking Ruskies, and one day on a raid, they blocked one of the OP camp spots, the popular camp spot that everybody loved to go to, but they blocked them all, and they caused everyone else to die, and then they kicked them out, and then I was like, Mike, mark my fucking words, if you ever fucking do that again in this server, I will like ban your whole fucking clan or whatever. And I really wanted to fucking ban them, but I really only had a 3-hour ban, but a big joker said, why don't we put MFUD in our name? So I was like, yeah, let's do that. Let's all put MFUD in our game to shit on their clan, because then they all got mad. So like half the server put MFUD as their clan tag, and they were all like, you're not MFUD, get the fuck out of here, you fucking faggots. And oh, it was great. Me and Joker, we torched them for like 2 weeks after that. But there was, like I said, crime in Zam, like, yeah, there's always some rage quits now, but all I really see is rage quits of new players in Zam that are, maybe they're just not rage quitting because I'm an admin on and I don't see it, but like even in the rage quit logs, like I see, I think crime, at least the rule breakers in Zam are like an all-time lowest. Some of the real, I'm saying like real violent faggots, like who like blocked as a zombie or glitched, because Zam was a lot more glitchable back then, who did that. There were actually bad people that needed to be taken out of the mod. Like, I'd like to think that since I become admin and now that they're gone, it was all because of me. But I'd like to think that. But it's probably with some other people too along the way. But I really helped. I really wanted to get those. I spoke out about any glitches in the server. One of the things was on launch, you could glitch up above D4, but on the other side you could get there and glitch if you used Escaper and Long Sprint. And I just remember so many games, so many people glitched, and if someone glitched, we would have to sit there for 10, 15 minutes while they fucking sat there and glitched. But then I remember as soon as the game was over, or we limbed them and got them killed, I used to give them a mouth whooping, a tongue lashing, an ass smacking. Like, I would just verbally abuse them throughout the rest of the map, throughout Nuketown, throughout the whole rest of the map rotation until we came back around for launch, just telling them how they have no skill and they should go fucking cut themselves and die and flush their own fucking face down the toilet. Or I just remember talking shit to so much of those fucking faggots, and, so, but we don't really have so many people like that anymore, and this is, why am I talking? I'm still a mod right now, but I got promoted to 60 like right away because Classics one day, I think it was Ray also, he was like, how long can you ban for it? Because someone just rage quit and I banned him for 3 hours, and the Classics was like, how long can you only ban? I said only 3 hours. So then he promoted me to 60 right away. So after like a month of being a 60 thing, I finally got promoted to senior admin. I could ban for more than 2 days or whatnot. So after I got promoted to senior admin, it went on for like a week. I was already there. I could ban people. I was happy and la da 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 da. But then, I forget, there was some sort of talk about my admin class. And I was like, can I have my admin class but keep my UU member head icon? Because it's so fucking sexy and so blue. But I really wanted that. And I was kind of fearing the day that I got my admin class. Yeah, you start with Swift and 290, but man, I liked being the sexiest motherfucker in the server with that blue fucking member head icon. And so finally, we were coming up on, actually no we weren't, but we were coming up on in like a month, but the 1 year anniversary of Zam, and I just got my admin class, And I remember playing on EU all that day, and I absolutely raped. I mean, I got like Death Raving was the new thing, and I was buying Death Call when it was worth it the whole time. Like back when there was Death Call and it had the nuke and it killed every zombie, that's when it was really good. And like if you weren't an admin, you had no chance of even getting it because there was gonna be one of the admins who were gonna get out there and get it first. And but I like got it like 4 or 5 times in a row that day, and on EU. But I was bossing it. I was like, what a successful day in Zam. Then I remember later that night, fuck, I don't remember the map, but I remember I was like talking to Big Joker on Steam and I was a zombie, and all of a sudden my screen goes black. And I close my computer, I open it back up, I turn it off, I turn it back on, but nothing seems to work. I never got it, I don't even remember it now, but what had happened was my hard drive crashed. Joker was like, why you rage quit, man? Mindy, you rage quit? And so as soon as I fucking become a senior admin of the mod, and I get my admin class, within 24 hours on my laptop, my hard drive crashes. And I think that's where we're in this episode. And stay tuned for the final part of how I found Zam, where I talk about more how I got my new computer. You guys don't know about that, and how I still evolved from that day to how I am now as an admin and whatnot. So, peace the fuck out.
If you could take my pulse right now, it would feel just like a sledgehammer. If you could feel my heartbeat now, it would hit you like a sledgehammer.
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for the final part, and peace the fuck out.